Good morning and welcome to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this morning is on health. We'll kick things off learning more about an organization that is the home of the world-renowned Blood Research Institute. Versity, formerly known as Blood Center of Wisconsin, has a mission to enhance lives through discovery, diagnosis, and treatment. Here to tell us about that and a whole lot more is Tonnie Boston. She's a community outreach manager for Versity, and Annette Washington. She serves as an advisory board member, and she has a personal story that will help drive home the importance of organ, tissue, and eye donation. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you both for being here. And Tonnie, right off the bat, we've got a name change. Versity, like I said, is formerly known as Blood Center of Wisconsin. It's important that everyone is aware of the name change. Talk a little bit about it.
Absolutely. Thank you again, of course, for having me back on. So Versity has, Blood Center of Wisconsin has gone through a name change. Actually, we have combined with 3 other blood centers to be able to serve now a 4-state area. So that being Wisconsin, of course, nothing has changed with the over 56 hospitals that we serve. But we have joined forces with Heartland Blood Center, which serves all of Illinois, and then we've joined forces with Indiana Blood Center and Michigan Blood Center. So it just allows us to, you know,
kind of be under one umbrella.
Absolutely, one umbrella, doing, you know, the work that we do as far as the study of stem cell therapies, the study of blood disease, and the study of just blood services overall, as well as transplantation. So, you know, we're very excited to just be able to serve a broader spectrum of hospitals and healthcare centers now in a 4-state area.
Okay, well, thank you for breaking that all down. And needless to say, we're right in the midst of the holiday season, which is all about giving. And we really have you both here today to encourage and to really make sure the viewers understand that they have the ability to give the gift of life, which is one of the most important things that you can do in a lifetime, I think. So if you would explain the importance of organ, tissue, and eye donation, and then we definitely got to meet Miss Annette and hear more about her story.
So, you know, this is November, and it's all about the season of, you know, being thankful. So we feel that this is a perfect opportunity to remind people that we should be thankful for being able to give the gift of life through organ and tissue donation. It is a life-saving initiative. So we work with our churches through our Code R program. Again, Code R is Churches for Organ Donation Education and Registration. And we provide them with the resources they need to spread that awareness, whether it is posters that they can display at the churches, signs, flyers, you know, social media messages. And we also have volunteers like Annette and our staff on cue. If they need us to come to the churches to give presentations, we're ready to do that as well. And then we roll right out of November into December, which is the season of giving. And again, there is no greater gift than the gift of life.
You can say that again. And Miss Annette, we are blessed to have you here today. You've got a personal story that's not only touching, but it really drives home the importance of really knowing that you have the ability to save lives. So if you would, tell us how you first ultimately had the conversation about organ donation.
It goes back to my son Robert, and we were at the motor vehicle department, and Robert was 15, 16, something like that. And so, you know, he went to pass his road test, or take his road test, I should say. And they're like a point system. And so, you know, I think Robert got like 24 points, and the most you could get was 25. Well, Robert got 24 points, and I was like, well, cool, because actually my boy must have gotten the most points. So I was like, yoo-hoo, right on Robert. Well, only to find out if you got 25, you failed.
Oh, wow.
Well, hey, I took a win. I was like, he passed, let's go. So we go over to the registration table, and me being the mom, I'm watching, you know, make sure this kid is filling out his paperwork right. And so he goes to the donor section, and so he's filling that out. And in the African American community, or what I grew up was that you don't donate. you know, what you came here with is what you leave with. You know, the doctors aren't going to try to save you. Just all that kind of jibber jabber. And so, but I was the mom that was doing this. So I'm telling this all to my 15-year-old at the time. And, you know, he just looked up at me and he was like, "Really, Mom?" And I was just like, okay, so enough of that. I felt like this small about this point. And so then you fast forward to, you know, 2014, when unfortunately my son Robert was killed. And it was hard for me. But then when I got the call from the blood center, or Versity as it's now known as, the first call wasn't good for me. It wasn't the right time. But what I love is that they called me back because they knew Robert was a donor and he wanted to make a difference. And so Versity allowed me the option to say, hey, you know, do what you need to do. And so Robert became a donor. And when you lose your son, my son was 20 years old, and it hurt. It hurt me to my inner being. It hurt me so bad.
Yeah.
But when I got that letter in the mail that said my son had helped so many people, it's like, if something this bad can make me feel so good now, it's so well worth it. So something so tragic came something good out of it.
Yeah, wow. So thank you for sharing that. And when she says that her son's organ donation was able to help so many people, because with the numbers, you can, save up to 8 lives or 75 people, because there's so many different things that can be donated, from skin to the intestines to the liver to the heart. The list goes on, right?
That's absolutely correct. So through organ donation, like you said, up to 8 lives, and through tissue donation, up to 75 or 80 different people. So
wow. So with that said, you ended up, even though you were reluctant in, you know, having Robert sign up as a donor, you kind of said you let go of the myths.
I let go.
And then you ended up becoming a living donor. So first explain, because Tonnie, you can be a living donor, and then you can also be a donor in death.
Right.
So you are a living donor. So tell everybody about that part of it.
I'm a living donor. So after everything happened with Robert, it was really hard for me. And then unfortunately my mom passed away. So then that was another dagger. And then my older sister, who is anybody who has a big sister, I love my big sister to death. And so then she calls me and tells me her diabetes have affected her kidney. And now she's in stage 4 kidney failure. Wow. And so it's like, okay, let's see if we can be tested. And naturally, because we're same parents, same DNA, we weren't a match. And I don't know, you know, I don't know, and Tonnie can go into that. I don't know if it's because, you know, when you have children, things kind of change. And so then I became a part of the pairing program. Okay. And so then what I did was went through all the testing, and this took like 3-4 years. And so April of 2018 is when I became a donor. And so my kidney went to whomever, and then my sister got a kidney. And then maybe like a couple months ago, I received a letter from the person who I donated my kidney to. And it was just beautiful, because the letter said that he and his wife had so much living left to do. They had their kids and everything, and it was just heartfelt. And so I feel so much better about it. I get all kind of props. I get to go in line of all my friends and everything being a donor. It's awesome.
It is, and what an awesome story, because I mean, you're talking about somebody who was like, oh no, we don't do that, and then she ended up being influenced by your baby that you brought into this world to do something to save lives, and that's really what this is all about. So thank you again for sharing that. And when we talk about someone like Annette being a living donor, there is a process to go through. What would one need to do first to get registered? We want people at home to understand that. And then if they are a match for someone, what happens then?
So she would work with a transplant center. That's who you work with, correctly?
A transplant center, and then I had an advocate that made sure that this is what I wanted to do. I can change my mind at any time, but they really work with you and educate you on the full process. Right,
and they will walk you through the process, what you need in terms of being, you know, health-wise, specific weight that you have to be, you know, different tests that they have to take. They will walk you with you step by step through that. Okay. Now, when you talk about donation, after death donation, of course, you know, we encourage people to sign up on the Wisconsin registry. They can do that at donatelifewisconsin.org and talk to their families, so that family members understand what their wishes are at that time of death. So,
and I actually signed up at the DMV, just like her son Robert.
Right.
They asked you if you want to be a donor, and then there's the orange sticker that's put on
Absolutely.
the ID, so that in the event that something happens, they know immediately that you are an organ donor. So this is something that I've always wondered, though. There's so many different things that one can donate as far as organs. So do you specify what kind of organ donor you want to be, or is it kind of like you're open?
So it's really open. Once you make the decision, it's really, everything that is viable at the time of your death. That's what they look at. Some people specify. I've heard people say everything, but not my eyes or not my cornea. But we prefer that, if you're going to do it, just, be open to the idea of, whatever can be used at the time that is viable. That's what we encourage.
Yeah, and this is important to get out there because this is part of the myths that have gone on for years, especially with people of color. So if you donate and they take X, Y, and Z to help save someone's life, you are still going to look the same in, doing your services or your casket, because that's what a lot of people are reluctant to. They think they're going to look different, and that's what kind of makes them take a step back. But none of those things end up being an issue. It's all of the things that no one can see, and really there's nothing that you can do with any of it once we're gone.
No, we're very respectful in that manner. We make sure that, from wherever we take, that, you look normal, you look natural. If it's skin, it's taken from, somewhere at the bottom or behind, your leg. No one would ever be able to tell, and I'm sure that you can attest to that as well.
Oh yeah, unfortunately when Robert was there, you couldn't tell. He looked just like Robert.
Absolutely.
And I got this beautiful little green, what is that little thing called, that they give you to show that he's a donor, that I had up, and everybody at the services just saw that, and it really makes you feel good inside for something that's so bad to happen. It kind of gives you a good feeling.
Yeah. So talk about your recovery process, because that's something else that people that would sign up to be a living donor would be concerned with. So you look great.
Oh,
you feel great?
I feel wonderful. I was out maybe like 2 weeks, where I was a little sore, but after that I was back walking my dog like 5 miles a day. I was off work for 6 weeks, and one thing that people don't know is that you get a nice deduction on your taxes. It's like a $10,000 deduction on my taxes that I get to have for doing this, and all the expenses and everything. So not that that's something you want to do,
but it's
nice to know. Yes, indeed. So basically, I just want you to, as we wrap up, kind of give people at home an idea or give them advice on why you think it's important to be a donor of any time.
The importance of being a donor is just that you can make a difference. And when someone passes away in your family, you're already hurt. And that decision that when they come in and ask you, would you like to be a donor, it's timely. So that's what gives people the impression that it's like, oh, they're just rushing me, give me some time. And it's not that. It's like, if you want to make a difference, it has to be a snap decision. So if there's anything to take away, have the conversation, because had I not had that conversation with Robert, I don't know that I would be here. So have the conversation and know that it just makes you feel really good inside. And after everything that happened with my son, I have found a lot of peace, because outside of that, I don't know where I would be today.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you both coming by, and I did just want to congratulate you on an outstanding community concert. You talked about the Code R for the churches with organ donation, and a couple of weeks ago you had Kiara Sheard come through. You were there, Annette. It was an awesome event, but you're able to really show appreciation to the churches for getting on board with what's going on, and being able to also spread the word and awareness through providing a concert free of charge. So it's a win-win.
Yes, we enjoyed it, and we're grateful that we were able to bring that to the community.
Absolutely. I thank you both for coming by and sharing all of the outstanding information with us today, and hopefully by us having this conversation, someone will give it thought to being a donor, or maybe even just spread the word on, helping break the myths that exist. So thank you again.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure. Tonnie Boston is the Community Outreach Manager for Versity, formerly known as Blood Center of Wisconsin, and Annette Washington. She's an advisory board member and volunteer for Versity. For more information, visit versity.org or call 1-877 be a hero. When we return to Our Issues Milwaukee, we'll discuss another local organization that helps individuals who are affected by one of the most common chronic conditions in the nation, arthritis. We'll talk to representatives from the Arthritis Foundation Wisconsin right after this.